Hi guys, my name is Borrodante. Doing a little preparation with the new version of Artstudio Pro, trying to prepare a good, somewhat realistic pencil for our Black Widow episode, because we're gonna be drawing a lot more today. So, here we go. This is the pencil we ended up with. We're gonna work with a much tinier line. I think I wanna do it this way. This is more demanding because we need to go more precise, but it's also a good way to get a very clean and precise, detailed sketch in the end. So most of you guys criticized the way the camera is tilted right now, especially the ones of you that were there when we were working on the initial 3D sketch. Like, you really liked this kind of angle more, the whole idea of the first person view on the whole scene and that everyone else is looking back at us. That's pretty cool. So maybe we'll make literally every single character looking at us, including the Black Widow, as we have it here. I like the new angle that we're looking at the Widow more from the front and not from the side the way it was right here. But we need to, instead of looking at the thing this way, we need to go a bit more like this. Following the whole idea that I introduced in the previous video, that the vanishing point of everything should be the Widow's vagina. Like, that was the good idea, and the room is kind of drawn in that perspective, but the character is actually not drawn in that perspective. We still see the face and the top half of the torso, kind of as the vanishing point is somewhere around here, actually. So I need to, like, this is the part where I need to, like, learn how to draw better to have a much more consistent and actually pulled off perspective. So let's do that. I'll just go ahead and start searching now. Oh my god, my hand is so, like, shaking when I'm trying to make some angles. Like, this angle is fine, but that one is gonna be shaky. Like, there are some angles at which my arm just doesn't want to draw. Really think that this will be fixed with a lot of practice, unless I have, like, serious health issues. So yeah, one more thing. A lot of you guys said that the room, again, needs to be a lot taller. We had it not tall enough previously, mostly because of the chandelier, actually, because, like, with this ceiling as it is here, it's not gonna be tall enough to also have the chandelier that would be higher than the Widow. No, lower, as we specified before, vagina perspective. Vaginishing point, as someone said in the comments. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, really. This is too low, right? Her legs won't fit. Yeah, maybe we should give up that idea then. Because it would look too casual if we would have the perspective there. No, it should be fine, right? We are on the level of her pelvis. That means she's much taller than we are. That's gotta look pretty cool. Maybe we need to just move the whole image right here higher for that to work out. And also, to be able to see the ceiling, like, it's kind of a complex perspective if we want to show everything we want to show. Like, we need another vanishing point somewhere over there, so the walls would go like that. So we would see the actual ceiling and the chandelier would be like this, you know? Yeah, this is starting to shape up in some real perspective guide. So that's kind of the angle for the Black Widow then. By the way, this is not the wall edge. I think it should be further away. I could use the perspective guide of Artstudio Pro, Perspective Grid, but I kind of don't want to, because I want to learn how to draw. Then we'll check it later. If it's wrong, we'll fix it, but I want to try to build it myself. This is actually getting a lot more fun with this perspective. I'm actually feeling like I'm doing something that's gonna be cool, contrary to that flat concept. It's like we're actually going for what is going to be the final painting eventually. So half of the body would be somewhere around here, or even higher a bit. This can be really fun. I'm really liking the way the dress may be, like, attacking us in that perspective. Is gonna look pretty dope. Okay, I might not need this anymore. This is a very different story again. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Like, this is gonna be the pile of the meat. Should at least box in the kids for now, I guess. So, yeah, let's do that first. Well, she looks very uncomfortable. Awkward. I'm just trying to like draw in some of the elements to envision what's happening. Like she's actually looking at us, even though the face is turned away from us, kind of. And also the dress. The outline of the dress will specify where the kids are. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah, another thing that you guys said, we should draw girls as well, not only boy kids. Like, I didn't specifically think of them as all being boys, but I guess they all kind of look like boys. So, longer hair, the ring kind of thing, right? That would fit pretty well in here. So, let's think on the spots now, like more on the composition. So, Black Widow here, one kid here, another one should be like, you know, feels like it would be more appropriate for him to be... Or actually, should we move this taller kid over here? So we have like this attention point, then this attention point, then in here it will be the point, and then the smaller kid here. That would work better. I want to have this kind of a jumping thing, so it would be a bit more interesting. Man, the lasso workflow is so good. You can just quickly manipulate things just as you would on desktop. Really quick, you never have like a problem of doing it, even for small things. It's really easy, which is important to have the selection and transform tools right at your fingertips. Really cool. Or actually, should this kid be like in front of the dress? Yeah, why should they all be like flat, distributed in a flat plane? Let's bring this one closer. So his head is gonna be like here. So he's like looking around the dress to actually have the direct view at the meat. If he would be there, it would be like obstructed by this edge of the dress. But yeah, he was crawling for the meat, but now he's actually looking at us still. So we're gonna have like the whole body is pointing there, but the face is pointing at us, really showing us what happened just now. He was going there, and then he turned his head to us. This one's gonna be a girl. It's gonna look pretty cool. Like, right now she's having like this a bit of a swimming kind of pose. It's gonna look pretty dope if we pull it off right. And her legs are gonna be like, one of her knees will be over here, and another leg behind it, sort of. This is really complex stuff, which means there's so much space for errors. I don't know, something like that for now. This arm has no excuse to be this big, or have such a strong perspective, or both. Yeah, this way it goes much better. And of course, we can always use some more research on where to put our characters in this abandoned orphanage. How about this kind of look, actually? Here's the chandelier. Those are cool stairs. It would be really nice to have like a deeper shadows going up the stairs and a bunch of kids crawling around on those. That would be pretty cool. Maybe we should go with this particular shot. And it actually kind of makes more sense to put them in the hallway. Maybe we'll make it a bit wider, like fitted to the box that we have in here. Since this is an orphanage and we're looking at a reference probably of a private house kind of thing, an orphanage would have a much bigger hallway entrance to the whole thing just to fit more people inside. I think it kind of makes sense, right? So we could make things a bit bigger, so the stairs would go over there somehow like that maybe, and there will be the door like that pretty much out of the shot, which is totally fine, I think. And another door would be here, much more in the shot. Actually, I really like this idea. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, so the ceiling will be lower, but then it will raise from the second stairs. And underneath that thing, we have another room going on. That's pretty cool. Not sure if I like, there's gonna be a lot of tangent with this arm here, though. So yeah, let's build a little bit of the room and then see what we can do. I'm not gonna go for the perfectly clean sketch the way we did previously. That's counterproductive. Let's search the shapes, which are much more important. Okay, this is getting pretty awesome. So, of course, as usual, a lot of stuff to work on. But right now it kind of feels like it can get to like the next level of an artwork for me, and that is always interesting. Really cool. I love this new setup with the hallway. The Spider-Man pose is not so cool, but what is cool is the fact that we have a potential for a close-up shot on the Widow with a lot of kids behind her, and they will be like dark while she is really pale white. It's gonna look awesome. There, really cool. So yeah, I don't know, it's time to end this episode. Honestly, even drafty as it is, it's looking so cool. I think it looks cooler than the finalized sketch from the previous episode. Just because the perspective, the three-dimensional aspect brings things so much more to an awesome end. Really cool. Some wooden planks on the floor to make a clear message on the perspective. Or to mess it up if I do it wrong. It kind of helps to get a line somewhere in the middle, and this way I just can see better where the perspective goes and just divide that. Awesome. Hopefully it will look as awesome as this when we push it to a further detail. So yeah, tell me guys what you think about this shot. This is now the release candidate for the actual final image. As I'm putting it like this, it feels a bit weird that the Widow, like everything is over there and not a lot of stuff here. The balance is off. Maybe we should add more kids somewhere around here. Or we'll balance it out with the light, so the brighter spot will be here, like here. It's gonna be kind of complex. The dress is gonna be black, so there's a whole lot of stuff to solve when we'll switch to color. I actually like this kid standing here, kind of creepily leaning on the wall. I really love the potential of the lighting. As we can see in the reference, this lighting, like when it's only planes facing us, are bright, and everything that's facing sideways is really dark. Like the horror flashlight kind of lighting. That will be really cool. And we won't add the brightness, like the bright light source right there in that far door. It's gonna be dark or maybe bright, but not really adding light from the back to over here. Like it's not gonna be lighting up this way. So it's also gonna be like getting darker here. And also the reflection on the wall will be the way it is in the reference. Really cool shot. There's so much potential for real cool rendering, and playing a bit more with how we position the kids is gonna really pay off. But that's for you to decide. Tell me guys what you think about everything we did. The vaginishing point is very much on point this time. It really feels like she's standing with it at us, kind of grossly. With the real geometry, it feels real. Yeah, look at that. It's just like as if we're standing far away looking at her. Totally safe. Maybe from the neighbor house we're looking through a window and seeing her. And this is, I think, way better. But I said the same thing previously, so looking forward to your comments. And also, I thank you for watching if you did. I guess you did if you're here. Leave a like and subscribe, tell a friend, point, do whatever you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! I kind of feel like this whole project became even more exciting than it used to be. With this kind of shot, it suddenly feels very different and much deeper and more interesting.